What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Two Guys One Gamepad. I'm Roggle, here with Cybermerc Sig. Episode 2 of the October Horror Month, horror video games. Plenty of stuff to talk about. Hope everybody enjoyed the last one last week, talking about all the video games that we didn't talk about, all the horror movies we talked about, and the ones that Sig will not watch. Did you watch any of the movies I talked about, or any of the trailers I recommended?
I watched a trailer for Thanksgiving 1 and 3.
What did you think of it?
That I could possibly watch it and not absolutely hate it.
Not be scared.
I'm also like incredibly very busy, so I don't get time to. This is my free time.
You just throw it on the background. It's a background movie.
All my shows are background shows because I can watch a movie, listen to music, and play video games and work and know what the fuck I'm doing. I know what's going on.
See?
That's also why I've seen all of Family Guy, all of Friends, American Dad, How I Met Your Mother, House, like way too many fucking times.
Oh well, that makes it easier when you have movies like that to do it with. You still need to watch Hand Job Cabin trailer.
No.
You'll enjoy it. Yes.
I have them. No.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's one you to see.
No.
Now, are you gonna play any horror video games?
I play a bunch of horror video games. Again, I will play a horror video game well before I watch a movie. I don't like movies for some weird reason. It's too surreal. I don't know. Fucking real people playing real actors. I don't know. Video games I can pause and walk away and be like, I'm done. I enough. Fuck this. My brain understands.
They're not that bad.
No, but my brain, like, this may be legitimately what it is, based upon like what I've been told before, which is my brain can comprehend video games equal fake, movies maybe, because again, realistic people. Sounds like that's stupid. I play a lot of Phasmophobia right now. The ghost hunting game. Or sorry.
That's a big one.
Paranormal entity hunting game. I don't think you should call it ghost hunting. Yeah. That's really fun. I like that one, and like I've been playing that one since beta a couple years ago. So
and that's been out for, you said, a couple years? Mm-hmm. I haven't played it at all.
Think like 2020.
Okay, I've seen a lot of people play it though.
Big global event.
The big one that I've seen a lot of people talk about now is Mortuary's Assistant. Have you seen or heard anything about it?
I've seen it, I've heard, I've watched, and I have it downloaded. I just haven't played it.
Okay.
Like, surprisingly, most of my games in like my Steam library is probably horror based. Again, that's also where I get a lot of good content because my ass is jumpy as hell.
Yeah.
But what's the other one I was? I'll have to pull it up now. There's another one. I think Mist of Maiden, something like that. That's a fucked up one.
I've heard of that one.
I gotta make sure that's the name of it because I'm gonna hate myself if it's not. But basically, let's see if I can Google it. Once I get the image, I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. Never mind. Steam decided to do.
Well, it's made in the Mist, which is the tour for Niagara Falls.
No, I mean yes, but no. Oh man, what the fuck?
I don't think that's what you're talking about.
No, I won't do that either. But that's not because it's scary. That's I choose to live.
Mist of Aden? Is it Mist of Aden?
Maybe. I think so.
It's on Steam.
Does it look like a 4-figure cut face?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that one, Mist of Aden, yeah. That one's really fun, but that's also, I've played that when it originally came out, and it was very buggy. Uh, no, but Mist of Aiden is because you said you haven't played it. Basically,
No.
you go through this house. You're investigating the house, and again, the game's very buggy when it first came out. I don't think it's so much now. I haven't played it this month. But you go through this house, and you basically will die a ton of times. Like that's the purpose of the game and the story is you will die. Your character resets itself back to the beginning, and you have to play through it all again. But you basically know what's gonna happen, so you can avoid your death. So it's you play for about 10 minutes, die, reset. Play for about 20 minutes, die, reset, and you do this. But it's also very it's kind of like Phasmophobia to the point it takes your video or your audio input to a degree. Phasmophobia does it a lot better, but it takes slight audio input and it can kind of detect inflection and variations of your tone. So if you're a little bit higher, you may be scared. If you're a little bit lower, you may be like trying to calm yourself or not sound scared. And you'll be going through, and I think the first time you go through the house, you open up a door and you can see something move out literally the corner of your character's eye, and you literally just walk through, you see it move, you turn around, it's gone. Or you can turn around and something's there. And it's very much a mind fucked game. It's so good. I had not completed it because every time I get to the attic part, which I think is after like 7 or 8 deaths, maybe more. Um, there's a ghost that you're hunting basically, and every time I get there, it never fails. I can't stop the ghost. And I can't summon the ghost after the third time, and it's super buggy. So I end up just walking around a room and I can't do anything because you gotta shine your flashlight on the banshee basically to scare her and provoke her to go elsewhere. But the game's very buggy. But it was a solid fucking horror game. Like highly recommend.
Isn't Little Nightmares the same way with your voice or your breathing and to where they can pick up where you're at?
I've never played Little Nightmares. I don't think I've heard of
I
it.
think so it's like I think it's just a girl, you're in a yellow raincoat, right? It's like a side scroll style game. And you have gigantic monsters or different type of characters that are trying to essentially kill you.
Hmm.
And you're jumping around trying to get from side to side, hiding from them and whatnot. And I can't remember, but I thought what it was is that if you're quiet, it helps. But if you speak, they can hear you in game. So it's got a recognition that way as well. I think it's the right one. I'm not 100% sure though. I think it was
What did you say the name was?
Little Nightmares.
I don't know.
It's on Steam.
I
For like
will.
$5.
Well, I will buy it. Again, I don't know why. I truly like horror games, and they're just the more interactive, the better. But like those type of games that take the audio input and sometimes even like the visual inputs are just so fucking amazing. I went to play Phasmophobia on VR because I've heard and I've watched tons of people play. I have buddies who play it in VR and they love it. Like it's so much worse. Like experience wise, it's amazing. So I don't mean worse as like terrible, but just frightening. But it's so much more frightening in VR because now your perspective is literally limited to what your normal eyes can see versus on a desktop you can do 120 field of view so you can see like the whole fucking house and see what's coming. But at the same time, when you play in the VR, it picks up on like basically if you're walking because you have to move forward. Versus if you play on the PC, it doesn't pick up on you walking. So you have a better chance of surviving and not be detected being in the building on a PC versus VR. So like the VR is more of an enhanced experience. It's amazing, but I don't have a VR set, so I haven't
I
played
mean,
it.
just looking at it, it looks like it's pretty crazy.
It's also like uh, so you can only carry X amount of items. Typically, one flashlight, an actual item, and maybe a specialty item. Sometimes you can only carry two. It really depends upon the item. But if you play with VR, you have a left hand and a right hand. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I think they fixed the bug. But when the game originally came out on VR, uh, if you had a flashlight, that counted as one of your items. Whereas PC, it
Oh,
doesn't.
okay.
So you can have a flashlight and then just hit your F button, and your flashlight would always remain on. But on the VR, again, I truly believe they updated this. I think they patched it. I haven't played it, so I can't confirm it. And it's such a better experience and scarier experience if that's what you're going for. Where the originally again the bug, you hit the flashlight, your flashlight would be turned on if you were in VR. But say you wanted to use the spirit box or um, microphone or whatever, your flashlight would turn off and you lose all lighting in the VR,
Uh,
which really pissed people off.
yeah.
I think again, I believe they fixed that, but that was like the funniest moments. You can go through and watch a bunch of clips. I have a bunch of clips actually on my YouTube channel from my scares, just like jump scares and everything. And uh, if you're, I'm gonna do this. If you're watching this, so you want to tune in on Wednesday when this becomes a video and releases on YouTube. Watch it because I'm gonna input clips from a couple clips from the jump scare to kind of explain Phasmophobia a little bit, but it's so much fun. Like I love it playing by myself. I love it playing with other people now. I love playing with randoms. It's probably the best because they have an in-game microphone system, like all games. But it's a proxy chat and it's built in uh, with audio input feedback, meaning say say you're being haunted by a ghost. So all your electrical equipment goes haywire, which means your microphone goes haywire and your walkie-talkie goes haywire. So when you push the microphone button, you just hear pure static, which is a, a hack, is what people are calling it. But it's the way to tell if you're being haunted or not. If you're not seeing any like actual activity, you just hit your microphone button. You're like, oh yeah, I can't hear anybody. Oh no, there's static. Yeah, we're being haunted. Let me go find a closet. Let me go hide. Because if you're being haunted, the door to the house is shut. You can't get in. You can't get out. But it's such a fun game, and like playing with randoms, it's hilarious because you'll hear people. I'm I'm gonna go grab the microphone. I'm gonna go grab the spirit box. I'm gonna go grab the Ouija board. I'm gonna go grab the spirit book. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna go piss it off. So I'm gonna go die. I'll be right back. And like the death animations probably my favorite part because they've introduced a few one, and now that it's October, they have just a ton of events going on. But one of the kill effects you see, or the kill cams, is you get to see hands just kind of come over your face, and you get to see them dig into your eyes, and they just kind of disappear basically. And then you can tell your face is being ripped apart, and they die. So,
Sounds amazing.
oh, it does. The downside, sad part, is those who see you die can't see any of that, which is very anticlimactic and honestly
Yeah.
a down, like I said, downside because I've watched so many people stream. I've played with so many people where they die and then you just see their body just stay there, or they'll like look like they're having a seizure. They're flapping around and everything, and all of a sudden they just drop. And you're like, oh, cool, you're dying. But if you watch the stream or watch the person, now you're like, oh, this is so gruesome. Oh, so it's a different perspective, but definitely recommend it. Halloween time is one of their biggest seasons because Halloween.
Yeah, that's when I can't play. It's not on PS5, so I can't get that one.
Eat.
When I do want to play, is Dead by Daylight.
Oh, that's fun too. That's see, that's okay. I find that fun with other people. I do not like playing that game with randoms. I think it's worse than Call of Duty when playing with randoms, or even Apex, because Apex is worse than Call of Duty when playing with randoms.
Really? No, that's one I'll be getting. So I can play that one because it looks fun.
Yeah.
I have one I have not played.
When you get it, let me know.
Yeah, so that'll be one I'll be getting soon.
Well, I have it,
Because
so
I'll.
you let me know.
All right.
I have a shit ton of horror games. 7 Days
There's
to
not very
Die.
many. Yeah, there's not very many I can get it for the PS5.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of them. Well, that's also because they're indie games technically, but there's a lot of them that
Yeah.
are all PC based and soon to be Xbox. But it's it's so much fun. Do you remember the game Fear?
Beer.
F period E period A period R. I forget what it stood for, but it's one of the first games that took audio input from your computer, and you didn't have a say in it. You didn't have a say at all.
No, I never played that one.
That's that is probably one of the um in the most positive way. I mean this one of the most fucking terrible, terrifying games out there because it was a teenage girl spirit killing you, and you could hear her, and like you're a SWAT team like person. I haven't played the other ones. There's a few others inside the series, but the first one came out early 2000s, and you could literally hear a little girl just laugh, and you could hear her go, "Over here," and here's like, "What the fuck?" And it had like spatial audio, so it was one of those like weird ones where I think spatial audio was still being experimented with. It wasn't fully on the market, but you could hear out one ear or you could hear it fade away. Your lights would move, and it picked up on audio so badly. I do mean that negatively, but so badly because if you had a microphone, which it was required to have a microphone to play, when it first came out, is if you were breathing heavy, it would take that as a sign of like you're stressed out. This game's terrifying. You're scared. You're not just fat. And granted, when it came out, I wasn't fat at that time. I was actually in shape. But but I remember coming home after work one night and hopping on playing it. And I literally just got home from work and went for a run and all this stuff. Whatever. I was working out very much back then. I came home, just hopped on the family computer and played it. I remember just like breathing like a fat kid. I remember the game going like because there was a setting you could have where there was like a heart rate, and I use that term very loosely, where like your heart rate spiking because you're breathing heavy, and you could just see mine was like bouncing the red really bad. Oh, it was so much fun, but it's one of those games like I played that night, and it's probably a good reason why I don't like horror movies. Honestly, there's a lot of things, but yeah, it was too surreal, but still one of those games I would definitely go back and play to this day.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of horror games that I've played that I've enjoyed. Like Friday the 13th, I played
No,
the
that was
most
shit.
recent one,
That was
and
shit.
I enjoyed it because I haven't played anything like it in a while. And playing that where you're running, pretty much running around from him and hiding and doing like
But
that was good. It could have been a lot better.
did you? But did you see any of the trailers or reviews or gameplay before you played it, or did you just buy it
Yes.
because?
Nope. I saw all that before, and it looked a lot better than the actual game did. So it's one of those things. But a lot of that stuff I take it as, yeah, it's not going to be as good as the trailers because I am a Call of Duty fan. So I
He's
know
used to
that
disappointment.
I shut up. I know that I know that trailers are not what they normally are in the gameplay, but the idea behind that game was good. Could have
Yep.
been a lot better, yes.
Well, it was also a rush production. Like it was one
It
of
was
the
I
first
enjoyed it.
games. Yeah, it was one of the first games. I don't want to say first, as in like it's the only time it's happened.
Hmm.
It's one of the first games in a wave, and it followed like I think Cyberpunk was part of this was a major game that came out in this wave where production companies were being bullied, harassed, and threatened because these games kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and people just had enough and became little bitches on social media and literally just was like, if you don't release this game, I'm going to XYZ you. I'm going to send XYZ you. Like, they were getting vicious. And I remember that studio was like, okay, we'll release it. You guys want it so much, here you go. Just remember, it's not finished. And people, like, the game flopped. In all definition, it flopped. And then it started to become uh, popular again because of a dance phrase or dance feature in it that people started making TikTok videos out of.
So it got more of a following,
Yeah.
a social media following than it did actual
Yeah.
gameplay or game following.
Yeah, there was like 20 or 30 people making these video game clips, and then people were like, "What game is that?" "Oh, Friday the 13th. I'm gonna go play this where I can do the stupid dance." It's like,
Yeah, good
"Hey,
job.
you know why
Thanks.
I
You
play
ruined
it?"
it now.
A little
And
better
it's been, I mean,
publicity to call me.
no. But going through a lot of the like old games, like going back to Nintendo, didn't play a whole lot of them, but played Jaws, Friday the 13th. I mean, actually, you could put Castlevania in there if you wanted to.
I was
More of
like,
a
that's the only one I can think of. But even then, they didn't hit like they don't hit the same. I don't
no,
remember
they're
them
not
the
jump
same.
scare. They're not
Yeah,
jump scare at all.
no.
I mean, not even like Friday the 13th is highly fluorescent and pinks and purples and weird ones.
Like the fact that they're called horror games, I think is purely because it's a horror movie. And
Yes,
yeah. So I have a hard time saying, yeah, those are horror games now.
because I don't even think there was really any independent horror games that came out that weren't movie based back then that I can think of. Now there very well could have been. I don't know of them off the top of my head.
I was like,
But
I'm sure there. I'm sure there were. I'm sure they were all like Japan studios
oh
and
yeah.
not American, but
Now
at
I do
least for
know
the
there was one
Nintendo.
that really fucked me up was what was playing Max Payne and the baby crying in the background and I'm like that. Like shut the fucking baby up. It's creepy.
Oh, go play Fear,
I don't want to.
because Fear had a not only a baby crying, but you could definitely like hear the cry. Which again, I don't like children in movies. I don't like infants in movies. That's just I don't like it. um,
No, no, no.
but I remember I don't remember what level it was, but I remember a segment in Fear where you were in like some type of hospital ward or whatever. You could hear the baby crying in the background, and then it got really quiet, and all of a sudden the cry got really loud, like it's right in front of you, and then all of a sudden you heard gurgling, and then the baby was just silent, and they never said like never clearly came out and said, "Oh yeah, it's no longer around." Like it was just no more audio. It wasn't part of the story or anything to my
Make of
memory.
it as you will.
But yeah, it was such a it was one like I said, it was one of those moments where I had my headset on. I remember hearing again the girl crying and wailing and talking and everything. I remember just taking my headset off, putting them above my head, like, nope, this isn't real, this isn't real. Okay, let's go back on. And I remember hearing that baby, and I fucking took my headset off. I placed it to the right of me. I was like, no fucking way am I listening to this. This isn't happening. No, 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 no. And I don't remember what happened, but something made me jump really bad. Probably the whole fucking game. Something made me jump. That I woke my whole household up. And at the point, it was only like four of us living there. My three older siblings weren't there. Maybe one of my older ones were, so possibly five. But scared the fucking shit out of me. I definitely was not supposed to be playing because it's like a rated R game. I'm not even sure how I got it. I honestly don't know how I got it. Come to think about it, but yeah, I was just like, had it. Uh, yeah, I don't like babies crying. Even before I had kids, I don't like babies crying. That's too much of a blood pressure situation.
It didn't bother me until I had kids, and when I had kids, it's like okay, I can handle it. I don't like it, and then if it's too much, I have to stop.
Yep.
I think I don't know.
So I may be more attuned to it because at 12 years old, my sister, not even technically 11, like some months, but just before my 12th birthday, my sister had my first niece, and she stayed with us because she was stupid and she dated somebody who was my parents' age. She got knocked up, and he's a piece of shit. He has warrants out for him in 4 different states, and yeah, drugging and all this stuff. So she stayed with us, and I remember my niece crying, and then shortly after this game came out, or like a couple years later, it came out. So I heard babies crying early on, and I don't like that sound. I don't like. And now, like, I think I'm better with it now because I have my own kids. I'm just like, whatever. You
Quiet down.
somebody shut that fucking baby up. Why would you put this in the game? It's clearly not made for parents. There should be a setting. Are you a parent? Yes? Okay. No baby crying. Like streamer mode.
It's flashbacks. That's all it causes. But looking at, like, obviously Nintendo had a lot more horror games based on movies, and then I don't even remember any like Super Nintendo or Sega
I'm sure probably the
really
same
having
one.
any.
Sure, probably the same one. Friday the 13th, some caliber. There had to been like a bunch.
Very well could have been. I was trying to remember, like, it wasn't until I think I found Resident Evil that I really started to enjoy anything like that.
So
Horror movies with
Castlevania,
zombies.
Castlevania,
Which, yeah, Castlevania.
Clock Tower, Ghoul Patrol, Doom,
Oh, yeah, Doom.
Nosferatu, Frankenstein, Zombie
Duke Nukem.
Eliminators.
That's a great game. Zombies Ate My Neighbors is great. I forgot about that game. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That's a good one. That one, and there's there's an aliens one like that
it's
too.
a Konami game even.
Kenobi's good.
Konami's an amazing studio. I don't remember this.
That
But yeah,
is
horror games,
a
though. Religious family.
uh,
Very like
At,
me to play it.
and that's super. It's Sega also. So yeah.
Yeah, that was Super Sega Mega Drive and Sega Genesis.
Yes.
Mega Drive.
No, I forgot about that. That's a fun game. It's got like a Toe Jam and Earl type vibe to it, but not as complex. I love Toe Jam and Earl. That's why I said it.
School, Monster Party, and some Japanese names I can't pronounce. I'm not gonna try.
There's a couple other ones. There's an alien one too.
9, 12. This shows 13 video games that were truly classified as horror for the Super Nintendo system.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, oh no, not there. Damn it. Zombies Ate My Neighbors on PS4. There's no PS5 one yet. I like when they put the old ones like that on there. It's fun. Unless it's Ninja Turtles, and then I want to just choke something. Punch my walls and everything else. Because again, it's fucking annoying.
Oh, have you played Evil Within?
I think I've heard of it.
Oh my god, that's another one.
Evil Within.
Oh my that.
No, I didn't.
That's another
I've
one.
seen it, but I have not played it.
I highly recommend that one. For someone like you, because you're a huge horror movie guy, and this is like right up your alley. It's very much along those lines.
That's more campaign style, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a true story.
Okay.
But it's also one of those like your actions have actions type thing. Really good.
It looks like Last of Us style.
Don't you fucking disgrace it like that.
I'm just saying that's what it looks like.
This came out before Last of Us, but
The Last of Us looks like this.
The Forest, if you like
First.
yeah, what type of games are those? Survival games. There we go. You're trying to survive on a unknown island where you crash landed, so you have to build, you have to harvest, you have to grow. Like it's truly survive. But
this we talked about this one.
Yeah.
And when we rated it, then it's got the zombies or whatever on. Yeah.
I don't think we rated it, but yeah, we definitely talked about it earlier on, and it's something.
It was a few episodes back. Yeah, we talked about that one. I remember talking about
It's
that.
like one of the first few episodes, yeah.
And then no, like recently, I think it was like three or four ago. We were rating them. I think.
We if it's a few episodes ago, again, it's probably just us talking about it because I don't think we.
I don't even remember what I had for dinner, so I don't remember.
I know we haven't
I don't
rated
know.
any survival games. I know I've mentioned.
No, we haven't
it.
done that.
I know I've mentioned. Have you played these? Do you do survival games? I know we had that conversation. We went back as another. Ugh, these are all games I have played, by the way.
Yeah, I remember you saying you played this one before.
The Forest 2 or the Son of the Forest, I think is the sequel coming out. That one looks amazing. Resident Evil, classic.
It is,
Love
yes.
it. Resident Evil 4, I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit for this. Resident Evil 4 is probably my favorite, and that's purely because nostalgic, I guess. I don't know. My wife and I played it together. Like I got her into video games again with this one and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, whatever.
I'll bring that one up.
But her and I would sit down when we first started dating. We'd sit on the couch and I would play Resident Evil with her. 'Cause split screen was still a thing. That's right, people. Split screen. PS3. It was so good. Love it. GTFO. Visage is such a. Oh. I hate Visage. I love it. Another one I highly recommend playing. It's a psychological horror game. You're inside of a house where, like, it's your house, and you're kind of exploring your backstories of like why your wife is not with you anymore, why your kids aren't with you anymore, and shit starts going awry. Blood handprints start appearing, floors creak, doors shut, windows break. Like that was one of those. Again, I have streams of this one where I think I streamed it for probably 12 or 13 hours in a row because again back then I could do that. And I was just so many jump scares were saved because people would watch it and they would be like, "Oh, clip that, clip that, clip that, clip that." It's like it's the whole fucking stream. No, it's not. We left out the 20 minutes where you sat in the bedroom just going, I don't want to do this anymore.
It's not mine. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Okay, let's do this.
If you ever watch any of my like my horror streams, which I haven't done any because I'm taking time off from streaming right now, but I would literally do that where I play a little bit and I just sit there. I was like, nope, nope. I'll be right back, everyone. I'm fucking done with this shit.
I haven't had any jump scares since I played The Village, that new Resident Evil, and it got me a couple times. Fucking werewolves.
Village got me a lot, but I'm easy.
Oh damn,
I'm easy.
it got me. But one I did play too, Dead Island. I don't know if you ever played that one. It's a zombie survival.
I love that one.
That one's great.
I have a hard time saying that one's horror, even though it's by all definition horror. Like it was supposed to be a wannabe Left 4 Dead type gameplay, but with mass media type where other people can play with you outside of just three. I love the franchise. It did not get the respect it deserved and does not get the props it deserves either.
That one just because you can. I mean, the fact that you can pick up a weed eater and go around and just kill people or kill zombies, I should say.
Yeah,
it's great. And then it breaks. I mean, you can't just have the same thing over and over. They break down. You know, they're rusted or not as good and shit like that. So I really liked it.
It was realism, or not realism, but the equipment was realism. In other words, it breaks after usage.
Yeah, it breaks down. It doesn't do as much damage and stuff like that.
That was so much. Dead Island 2, of those two, that's my favorite.
The second one?
Yeah. Just because I liked what they did, like, cosmetically. It's the same fucking game, but cosmetically,
yeah,
I liked it more.
The one that I remember playing a lot more was when I think it was on the Wii. I think it was House of the Dead.
Oh, fuck that one on the Wii. I know which one you're talking about.
But it was so good because it was just, you know, we had just gotten a Wii and I got that one. I don't know if it was House of the Dead or I don't think it was Slaughterhouse. But man, it was being able to go through and just an old arcade style to where you're holding the gun and shooting the screen type. Like I haven't had one like that in a long time, and I played with my son, and it was great. We had so much fun doing it, and it was one game that you could just play for like
Yeah.
hours. It felt like.
House of the Dead 2 and 3.
Yeah. Okay.
House of the Dead 3 and House of the Dead. Yeah.
Mhm.
I no. I don't know why that one like hit me so much differently when we got the Wii. I didn't like it as much. But again, it was one of those like fuck this type thing. I was very impressionable.
It just reminded me of the old school video games. You know, the arcade style where you're sitting there with the guns and shit like that, where you have to point off screen to reload and everything, and that's why I liked it.
You want to talk about old school like talk about horror games, and we still are what we're 40 minutes into this almost, and we haven't even mentioned Silent Hill, and that is like the iconic classic horror game. I don't like it.
I don't like Silent Hill either.
But the fact that we've gone like, and that's probably why we haven't mentioned it. But like, I'm going through all these lists, and I was like, I've seen Silent Hills like on the top 5 of all these, and I was like, why?
I'm just not a Silent Hill fan. Like the movie was absolute garbage too.
So
I'm just not a fan of any of it. I played the
games before I watched the movie. So, and I did not like the movies at all, but the games, I was like, oh, these are enjoyable. Silent Hill 1 was fun, but after that, it just kind of felt very, I don't even have a word for it. It just felt weird.
I felt there's a ripoff of Resident Evil. The way I looked at it, I knew nothing about the game, and that's all I compared it to. I was like, oh, it's like Resident Evil.
Even though I think Resident Evil came out afterwards, but again, Resident Evil has a bigger following.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going through these lists of like horror games to kind of refresh my memory of like what I have, because I'm just checking out my Steam playlist.
Oh yeah.
But I'm going through, and Grounded is considered a horror game.
Grounded? It's
where you were the kids, where you get shrunk down in the back.
Oh yeah, which yeah, I guess. I mean, I can see why they say it's a horror movie because of the way that they are and what they have to do. Because I'm pretty sure there's jump scares in that too.
No, I have well over
jump scares.
I have well over 100 hours in that game. I can tell you, no jump scares, and I am the whore of jump scares.
Ain't no bitch.
I'm just saying. Left 4 Dead's another good one. Oh, Devour. That's the one I was trying to think of earlier.
Left 4 Dead had a lot of potential, but I think they forced it and rushed it out way too fast.
So 1 and 2, not Back 4 Blood. Back 4 Blood still is being worked on and still is being fixed by all the DLCs. It's a good game. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 were phenomenal games. 1's better than 2, though, just saying. But
Let's see.
Devour. If you have not, I don't even want to watch the trailer because I don't like reminding myself of this game with gameplay. But Devour is definitely one of those, like, I will only play it probably once every year because I'm like, I'm gonna fucking play this game. I'm a year older. I'm not gonna get scared anymore. And like 6 minutes into it, I was like, oh my god, no, no.
I'm done. No more.
No, because I always stream it, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta stream for an hour. Ooh, come on, random Kansas thunderstorm, take out my power.
No, if these are Steam or like PC, I've never played them.
I don't know if Devour is. I
don't see it anywhere. PS4. I mean, I've never played it, so.
The game Stray, which is the cat game, Cyberpunk cat. That's considered a horror. That's all this horror. Yeah, that's why I was thinking.
That game looked fun. Not gonna lie, it looks fun, but it seems like another one that I would probably end up losing my life in, because you can easily just get sucked into it.
Oh yeah.
With the stupid shit you can do in that game. I mean, you're a cat and you're walking around just messing with people at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I get stuck with Cult of the Lamb, going around picking up people's shit and sacrificing people and building other stuff, and it's just like it's consuming. It drives me nuts, but I don't understand how enjoyable this game is because it literally you do nothing in the damn game, but I enjoy it so much And that's why I like it. It's just
But
it's
again,
fun.
that's also why a lot of the simulator games have such a cult followings because they're so fucking simplistic. There's nothing to them. It's literally a very relaxing game versus the run and gun of Apex, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Valorant, whatever.
Pace, pace.
It's complete opposite of just I'm going to go rage out, I'm gonna get pissed off. Instead, you may still rage out, but it's over stupid shit. Like for me, I'm
Yes.
looking to clean some dirty spot on this fucking vehicle I can't find, or
Watch you play that shit. I'm like, I can't do this, but I can't turn it off
the
because you
best
missed the spot in the corner. Now clean it.
the best part is I do that on purpose too because I think there's like 4 or 5 people that were watching me, and they're like, "Hey, why'd you change your pattern? Why'd you reverse?" I was like, "I'm sorry. Do you have OCD? Yeah, go fix it. Go back and fix it." And I'll be like, like you can clearly tell I have ADHD. Where I'm like, and yep, over here.
Okay, because I watched you do that one, and then you were doing some renovation game as well.
Oh, the house, yeah, house flipper.
Yes.
That one though, I was like, oh, that I've lost so many hours of that. Not even like, it's not a horror game, so it really shouldn't be talked about. But basically, you're just flipping houses, and I don't want to say my exact hours I've played in that game in the last 2 months, but just know it's not double digits anymore.
Well, you have an hour from me, and I hate my life for that. You took an hour of my life with me watching you play this fucking game.
But that's the problem with it. I was like, if I play it, and there's so many games, even horror games, there's so many games like that where I will play it, and then I have alarm set because I normally play when my kids at school, when my other kids asleep. So for 3 hours, I'll play it. And I'll just be so engrossed into it, and then I'll be like, "Oh, I should see what time it is. I have 10 minutes to go wake up my son and go get my daughter. Oh shit!" So it's like a bum rush, and it's like, "Oh, okay." I don't even know it. Like it's just we'll talk about it another time, but another one of those games, and you're gonna shit upon me, which is why I'm gonna mention it now, so where we can move on and come back.
Shitting begin.
Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Oh, fuck off.
That's like, I started it yesterday because my daughter watched a YouTube video of it, and she's like, "Dad, do you have that game?" I was like, "I got Game Pass. Let's go see." Downloaded, played it a couple hours with her, and then I've been playing it ever since. And yeah. Anyways, back with horror games. Subnautica is another one of those. It's a horror game too, technically.
Subnautica?
Yeah, survival. You are in a submarine, and you're just trying to survive. You have to build a aqua base and island hop. Really fun.
Is that a?
It's Steam. It survival. You can die by weird creatures, and you're being hunted. Same reason why Grounded is, but Alien Fire Team. I love the movie franchise Alien, and that Alien Fire Team is one of those that got me. Several jump scares.
I enjoy Aliens, but not like enough to say.
No, that's
I don't know.
Alien Predators. That's my fucking franchise.
I mean, I'm a huge Predator fan.
Fucking
one of my
no. Okay, joke, dirty joke. Sorry.
What?
I took the meaning like a whole different way and just.
Oh
called
yeah,
you out
I know you did. Fucking weirdo.
Fucking just called you out, and I was like, no, I'll take it back really quick.
That was every time we go to Mexico, I come back with a Predator statue. Since it was filmed in Mexico, every time we go down there, I end up coming back with one.
Don't Starve Together. This is what started us on a survival game a few episodes back.
Oh yeah, we talked about that was it. That's Starve Together. You said right?
Yeah, that's the same graphic animations. Cult of Lamb.
That's what it was. I knew we talked about it somehow. We got that brought in Forest as well.
Yeah,
somehow randomly
survival game.
Yeah.
Don't Starve Together. Like if you're not big into like horror, like true horror jump scare, but you still want like a little bit of fright, just a tinkle bit. Don't start. Don't start.
Tinkle.
Shut the fuck up.
Just a tinkle bit.
Just a wee tinkle bit. You need to play Don't Starve Together. I think it's PC only, maybe Xbox. I think it's on Game Pass. Don't quote me on any of that. It's on Apple, so it has to be on other stuff. But very fun game. Very fun to play with each other on it, and the fact that each character has a different perk. Oh, it's just so much fun. Another one I've lost several days, especially playing with buddies and their
It's
wives.
coming to PS5.
Okay, well, fucking get it,
I will.
and we will stay up all night like giddy little schoolgirls at slumber party. We'll try not to tinkle ourselves.
Freaking tinkle on it.
So much fun though.
I meant tinker on it.
I didn't. I didn't. But, GTFO is another one that was like, I have it. I've played a little bit of it, but I can never get a good team. Same with like the Quarry, just one of those like, I don't know.
That one's weird. That has like great trailer.
That has
But-
great story.
But it seems like more of a movie that they tried to make into a game.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
100%. I'm trying to think of the. Cannot think of the fucking game. I played it on PlayStation. That's the only problem, so I don't know if it's on PC. Is it Dead by Daylight? No. That's the.
we just talked about that one.
Yeah, no, that's.
It is on PlayStation, though.
Yeah. God damn it. What is the game? Damn it, I can't even think of it. But you're a group of college students, I believe, and you all go out on vacation to basically honor a friend who died, and you're being hunted by somebody on the property, and you're trying to survive, but you're playing through each character's perspective. I believe it's single player game. But you're trying to stay alive. Each player has a different, or each character has a different story, and you literally just play through all of them as you die one by one until you get to the survivor who is reliving all of this via like a therapist. I
feel like I've played it. And
I can see the whole
I've seen
graphics,
it.
but I cannot think of the freaking name. That's what's good.
to Sig and Rog go look at the internet to find out the games that we talk about and don't know what they are.
Pretty much. Ooh, Outlast looks good.
Fuck. I don't even know. Like, it's a.
I seriously can't think of it. Is the problem. I can see visually, I can see all of it in my head. I just cannot see the name of it. And I think it's Dead something. Damn it.
I have no idea. I can't think of. I mean, it wouldn't be Evil Dead.
No. If I did
Dead
like
Alliance? No.
Dead Space?
Dead Rising? No.
Oh,
Dead Age? I.
like it's on PC.
It's probably.
And if it is, it's on Xbox. I'm not launching that.
It's like. So I don't know if there's. I can't think of anything it would be. Of course, all I keep seeing is Dead or Alive, and all I can think about is the volleyball game.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna figure this out. Dead Rising, Left 4 Dead, Red Dead Redemption.
Why is your podcast 4 hours long? Because Sig was trying to find a name to a video game that he made up.
I didn't make it up though. I didn't. The word dead may not even be in it, honestly.
Why not? It's a like I don't even know how to like search it. Like
I literally search horror game with the word dead.
I did too. That's why I was saying all the dead games.
Oh my god.
But obviously it's not, obviously not Dead by Daylight, Evil Dead, not like that. Which the Evil Dead has way more potential than it to be a great game, but they don't have the backing to it. That nobody's taking it and run with it in a way that it will be done well.
That
I
did not
don't
pop up the game. I
wait for your kids walk in. Dad, why's there boobs on the screen?
No, definitely not that. I won't say the word. It's not an appropriate word. It should never be used type thing. But go Google video game from survivor's perspective with a therapist. Because again, I'm just trying to describe fucking plot. Yeah. Yo. Until dawn. Not even the word dead in it.
Until Dawn?
Thank you, Wikipedia.
Oh my gosh, that was your go-to?
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
I use that search video game from survivor's perspective with a therapist and then Wikipedia. First page, very end, until dawn.
Really?
Oh my god, there we go.
Okay, now I see the whole. Okay, so
Oh,
it's.
that is a fun game.
I
But
don't know if I played that one.
that was one of the games of like, if you go through like the voice actors list, it's a lot of now very popular actors and actresses, and they're just playing the video game role. Um,
Oh yeah.
but that is such a fucking good game, and literally, it's just I'm gonna read this per the thing so I don't fuck it up. But it's an interactive drama horror video game developed by Supermassive Games and published by Sony Computer Entertainment, which is why it's only on PlayStation. Um, it was on the PS4. The player controls 8 young adults who have to survive the Blackwood Mountain when their lives are threatened. And there are multiple different endings. This says at least 6 out of 2015. Oh,
Really?
this was just one of those like got me so good into horror games again. So many jump scares. I didn't ever record this one. I did play on PS4 though. I bought it, returned it, bought it, kept it, got rid of my PS4, or not got rid of my PS4. Got rid of all my games because I went digital.
Oh yeah. Digitals are great if you can get the right ones. I haven't gotten too many different digitals as far as horror games, really games in general. Until now, with the PS5 that I have is digital only. But
Which
the fact that I like it that we can get them now.
can we like we can talk more in depth, but I just want to point it out really quick because the irony is so bad. And you may know where I'm going with this.
I know exactly where you're going because we talked about it a long time ago.
How dare anybody bitch and complain, or sorry, not even that. They are praising Sony. Oh, it's gonna be a pure diskless drive, and there's you can just have to play digital. Oh my god, that's such innovate. Xbox tried to do that. Was the last generation, and they got their asses tore up. I will never do that. I will never buy the Xbox because if there's not a CD ROM player in it, why would I ever play? I'm not buying digital. Blah 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 blah. And then here's PlayStation 7, 8 years later. Hey, we're gonna do this. Good job! Yay! Fuck off, Sony.
I bought it because it was cheaper.
No, it is cheaper. I'm not
That's why I bought it.
like if I buy a PlayStation, that's gonna be the way I buy it. But I also play on PC, so all my games are digital.
Yeah.
So like, I don't. I've never had an issue with digital games. I prefer them, especially now that you take a game on a CD and it's still gonna take 94 gigabytes of your data space storage on it. So why am I gonna buy a physical copy when I could just purchase it and not have to worry about it?
Yeah.
And
I
it
think we
stays
have-
up. It stays up to date all the time.
You don't have to leave your house to go get it.
But you can always do Amazon and have it delivered to your house too. As someone who's an introvert and doesn't like to leave his house, trust me, there's ways to get shit delivered to you.
More insights to Six Life.
I don't like people. I've worked long enough in
Fuck
retail
the
and the
world.
military. I hate society.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like, I love it because I get so many people who be like, "You're not antisocial." Oh, I am. Well, you're talking to me just fine. I tolerate you. Just know that.
Exactly.
And like,
That's exactly what it is.
what?
No, I'm
No.
not talking to you. I'm tolerating you right now.
Like, I don't have a choice. Like, you don't understand. If I was able to leave, I would. I
Yeah.
can't leave, so I have tolerated you.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I'll tolerate everything you have to say until you piss me off or I don't want to talk to you anymore. Then I'll
Even-
make it awkward or you want to leave.
Oh, I
So I
will.
won't feel bad.
Shit, so awkward.
So you want to leave, so I don't feel bad. I'll just make it as awkward as possible.
I do that. You know, it's funny. It's like my wife's not or she's antisocial now because also retail, but she's more extrovert than I am. And we used like when we first started dating, we used to go and hang out with a lot of her friends. She's like, "You ready to go? Yeah, we need to go now." Okay, well, my boyfriend wants to go. Yeah.
We've only been here 5 minutes.
Well, there's been a few times where like I made some of her friends very uncomfortable because I just like I'm very much myself. As you can tell in this podcast, talking about like I hate
enough said.
horror. Yeah, I hate horror stuff, so I'm very like transparent with myself. Again, that also comes to bite me in the ass when people are like, "Oh, so what do you do?" I work. What do you do for work? Sales. Oh, okay. Or recently, in the last few years, it's I'm a stay-at-home dad, run a graphic design video production studio, and then I get really nerdy and start getting really geeky out on them, and they're like, "Huh? You stream? What? Yeah, yeah, you should come check me out. I got a lot of good content, blah blah."
What do you mean?
Okay. What,
And
what
how
was
do
your
I find you?
what was your handle? Oh, just type in the 6 hour. Back then it was the 6 hour before legal. But it'd be so funny, and I would legitimately be that way, and I'd just be very awkward, or somebody would say something I'd correlate it with video games. They're like, "You you have a personality? Yeah, but I can't show it, so this is the very passive side. Either way, you're gonna hate me, so you can either hate me for my nerdiness, or you can hate me because I'm an asshole. So pick your poison."
Or I just don't give a shit and you just enjoy whatever you want. Just go that way.
It's that too, but that's not how it's perceived ever. You know that.
That's how I make it. I'm an asshole and I know it, and I'll take it to my fucking grave.
What my fucking last name means. What are you talking about? It's the way of life for me. What are you talking?
Fuck that, Mike.
Fucking needed that. Oh my god. Anyways, back to horror.
Yeah, I mean it's a little insight into our ADHD that we have.
Yeah, if we're not careful, we'll just fucking deter from horror games. And
We'll start talking about ham sandwiches and potato chips.
dude, ham is disgusting.
Shut your mouth.
It's so disgusting.
What the fuck is wrong with you? As you sit there and eat your Twizzlers, you fucking child.
I'm not red vine, so it's better.
Red vines are nasty.
They are. I'm
They're
just.
gross.
I didn't have a say in this. Okay.
Twizzlers are amazing. Not talking shit about them. I'm just saying you
No.
can't say ham is nasty.
These are not amazing because they are flat, so I can't do the straw thing with my Pepsi.
Again, you're a fucking child. So much. Twizzlers are awesome. Don't you dare talk down about Twizzlers.
You were talking down
What?
about Twizzlers.
I was saying you were a child sitting there eating your Twizzlers. I normally have Twizzlers.
You
but,
said "fuck your Twizzlers."
well, they're not mine, so yeah.
No, ham is
They're yours.
disgusting.
No, it's not. What do you like? Fucking bougie? Smoked roast beef and pastrami?
I don't like that either.
You weirdo. You're not like ham.
No, here's the weird shit. Oh my god, we really should save this for the November.
You know what? No. Fuck that. We'll get into it.
Tangent.
November will be a fun one too. That's gonna be about food.
No, but okay. No, okay. So here's that. I don't like deli ham. Let me be very specific. I do not like deli ham. The shaved ham, the slice, I don't like that. I think it has a very weird, slimy texture to it. I don't like it. But if you're talking about like a ham that I can go like smoke or grill or cook, I'm good with. If you're talking about like ham other products, I'm good with. But deli ham, I will not eat. Sandwich ham, I will not eat. It's disgusting. Don't you fucking mock me with that goddamn pinky.
Are you serious? Like,
I'm trying so
there's
hard not to
nothing.
put my pinky up right now.
There's nothing wrong with ham.
I don't like it.
No, deli ham is great.
Disgusting.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
Too many nitrates.
Oh my god. Really? This is where we're going with it? This is where we're going now. We're going too many nitrates.
Well, before we continue the scientific side, I gotta go with my wife's story. I can understand this more. Too many nitrites, whatever.
The subtitles are gonna love this one.
I had to fucking fix most of them.
Mm-hmm.
I do it
But
all.
I don't. No. I can't believe you're talking about down on ham.
Dude, ham's just got, again, it has a very slimy texture to it. I don't like it.
But you say you'll eat a normal ham.
Yeah.
If you smoke or whatever.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, November will be interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get. We may have a.
November, you're gonna see a lot. I may put a lot of my food stuff on our
I was
page.
just gonna say we may have a little internet cook-off
We live 4 hours
or
away.
smoke-off. What's that?
We live 4 hours away.
We can do it. We can make content of that too.
I said we live 4 hours away. I can ship shit to you.
We're only 2 hours away. 3 hours at that. No. See, here again. Sig and Roggle look at the internet.
I don't have Roggle's address. He has mine. I don't have his.
That's right. Send you all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah.
I'm sending more too. It's all gonna be feet pics. Oh fuck! It is 4.5. It's 4.5 hours. Sweet Jesus.
It's almost like the Air Force had to do frickin' measurement with geograph shit.
It's almost like you Googled it before and remembered.
No, I just know I know how far away Omaha is, and you told me how far you are away from Omaha.
No, that's true. Yeah. I guess.
Smart. I'm good at math.
You just remember stuff.
Yeah, like the
I don't.
gorilla has the smallest penis compared to its body ratio.
Is that why you say you're half gorilla?
No. I'm half blue whale.
What the fuck ever?
Hey, Nick.
No, you're done. You're done. Fucking sperm whale over there. You're good. Calm it down.
Can't laugh. I have a headache now.
See what you do? We were good. We're on horror movies and you fucking now we're talking about whales and your size of your dick. This is where it all fucking goes to.
It was size compared to body ratio, okay? The difference. I'm sure a gorilla has a big one just compared to the body, it's small.
I guess you're going around in a fucking wheelchair then. Whale dick. Throw over your shoulder and go down the street. Sure, you'll be all right.
I don't want to smack myself in the face. You ever heard that saying, I'd rather drag my dick through broken glass? Let me tell you a story. That's not laughing.
Been there. Been there a couple of times. It's rough. Rough life.
Day alone, what are you talking about?
Anyways, back to what our original topic of horror movies, horror games. Shit. See? Your whale dick's on my mind. I can't get my shit straight. One of my favorites that now we're gonna start singing. Dick on my mind. Dick on my mind.
I was trying to sing it to the I got money on my mind. Headache. So bad.
My own question is, Evil Dead. Why can this not be a better game than like the movies are?
I don't think Bruce Campbell has anything to say in it, does he?
Oh God, no. No, Bruce Campbell has nothing to do with it. It's just going through and looking at it. It's, I mean, just the graphics alone are a forced. It's a forced game to put out. I don't know if it's anything like Sony and Fantastic Four. They have to put out shit movies in order to maintain ownership of it. But man, like the art of the movie of the game looks like
Wasn't Sony,
it could be
but
great.
okay.
Who the fuck ever?
This is why we get on tangents, okay? Not because of
Oh,
me. Okay, well,
no, we get on
technically because
tangents.
of me, because he says stupid shit, and my brain has to fix it.
No, you said you hated Ham. That's where the tangent started. Your mind said stupid shit. Actually, your mouth said something stupid. I had to correct it.
You ever been slapped in the face?
It's the awkwardness of you looking at the camera like, oh yeah, what? Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
was trying to say it
Who
without
is the
laughing.
joke coming?
I was trying to say it without laughing.
It's okay. Your brain lagged. It's all right. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
It lagged hard.
Aha!
It lagged so hard. I mean, you know nothing about being that hard, but it's fine.
Again, sorry, whale dick. I don't need to know the massiveness of it.
Oh, my head hurts so much.
I'm loving it.
Can we get back on this fucking horror franchise game?
Hey, whenever you want to.
That same stupid shit.
Waiting on you. Hurry up.
Oh, my
Anytime. Whenever you're ready, sweetheart.
God. All right, Poppy.
Oh, okay. We're going international now.
We.
Wait.
Ow, my head.
Good. Fucking deal with it.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh, it hurts.
If you're not laughing along with us, then fuck you. That's all it's got to be right now. Because the way that the shit's going, it's, yeah, that way. I don't know.
Okay, who's brain lag now? Because I knew what I was gonna say. I was just trying not to laugh, and I still failed. You just
Did.
fucking like.
I had a
glitched out
moment.
mid-sentence.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, you had a senior citizen moment.
you're a citizen.
I'm a dual citizen, but yes.
Oh my God, here we go with that shit again. Who
Anyways,
can't speak Spanish?
como te llamas?
Como te llamas, not llamos.
Amos. Double L's.
Mm-mm.
You don't say the L's.
Como te llamas. Llamas.
You're
not
one of those like
llamos.
quesadillas.
I'm
Anyways.
I'm 30 feet away from someone who can say it right.
Still not us.
True.
Anyways, while we're bullshitting, I'm over here looking at top 50. Okay, I'm going to just read this verbatim. Top 50 most scariest games of all time. Guys, I know how to speak some proper English, but most scariest. Okay. You want to guess what number one is?
Scariest game ever?
Yeah, most scariest. Well, you're wrong. Silent Hill 2.
I wouldn't have guessed. I would have said Resident Evil.
No.
Because Silent Hill sucks.
Resident Evil is number 2.
Okay. I'm okay with this list so far.
System Shock?
That's number 3.
Yeah.
System Shock.
It's a PC game from 1999. It looks familiar, but it doesn't.
It looks kind of creepy.
It's a horror game.
It has like Lawnmower Man vibes.
Another historical landmarks for video games. This game hits the history books because it's a strong story and environmental design, and with a famous twist at the end. The story follows an unnamed soldier who wakes in the aftermath after a genetic infection. You're contacted by one of the survivors, and she gives you a mission. Stem the infection, collect all the remaining survivors, and get the hell out. Okay.
Not impressed.
No, really not. I'm looking at the. Oh, they're saying this is often compared to Space Odyssey, but in a horror game.
Oh,
Okay. Well, now I really don't want to play it because you can't compare
it
it to
doesn't.
something iconic like that and say, but it's horror.
It doesn't look. It doesn't look fun. To be honest, it looks like. I mean, you could probably play
It's fucking
Doom and get the same vibe.
It's fucking what? 23 years old now. Shut up.
Oh, it look fun.
Alien Isolation is next. The 2014 game.
Yeah.
Alan Wake. That was another game I was trying to think.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. And that was.
Though you need a physical disc to actually play this game nowadays, it would not be a horror game without it. The game takes a look at Silent Hill and try to improve the narrative. The setting, as implied in Silent Hill, as well, is a work of fiction made up entirely out of the mind of Alan Wake. Wake is a writer caught in the midst of his own creation. Every enemy is a manifestation of his own imagination, a part of his life. Wait, sounds like my life. I can't kill people.
Look at this. Have you ever played The Thing?
We're talking about the video game title, The Thing, right?
Yes. Based off the movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's
because you said play, so I was like,
yeah. No, so I mean, I played it and then I hit a certain part in the game and I saved. And if you ever hit one of those spots in the game, you save and then it does nothing for you because when you load it, you get hit and die, or you have to try and run away real quick.
That sounds like most of the games on PlayStation 1.
Where I got to. That's exactly what it was, and that's where I got in that game. And man, I was pissed because it was damn. I was probably 75% into the game, and yep, I was fucked. I didn't want to start over, and I think I spent multiple hours trying to beat or get past or back to another save point.
No, you turned the game off. You reloaded the save spot, trying it several times to see if you could. Maybe if you just play it one more time, you won't get freaking bitch slapped to death. Nope, died again. Just one more time, it's fine.
Time. It's since that game that I now have dual saves. I always have a backup when I save.
I can't think of what game would cause that for me, but yeah, I do. Metal Gear Solid.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Because you're like, I'm gonna go face Mantis. Oh, learn my lesson.
Yep.
I'm gonna go save again.
Mm-hmm. There are plenty of them. Yeah.
Cheat codes? Yes. Let me save here so I can use the cheat code. Anyway, so after Alan Wake is Layers of Fear. Came out in 2016. This is a claustrophobic horror game.
Layers of Fear?
Layers, yeah.
I can see. I mean, they've got like long, creepy ass hallways.
Yeah, and the hallways shrink down smaller and smaller.
Okay, and smaller. I get it.
Well, there he says, this is a horror game for the ages, especially if you are one who suffers from claustrophobia, so small spaces. So that's just a glorified haunted house tour. There are very unique elements to this that helps it stand out. They don't really give much other than if you're claustrophobic. Evil Within 2. Except for that one.
Yes.
Your most favoriteest game ever. Dead Space.
Next.
Okay. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I did not like this one. On PS4 and PC.
I think I played. Nope. No, like I said, my playing through of any horror game is very limited.
Fear.
I would rather watch a horror movie than play the game, I guess.
Fear was next, though.
Next one. Okay.
Then the exact opposite, though. Because again, I can say this is fake and go to sleep perfectly fine. Movie, I can't do that. Just saw someone die. I know it's all CGI, but I just saw someone die. Fatal Frame. PS3, Xbox.
Okay.
It's a Japanese horror game. It's the Japanese version of the Ring.
Of their own, really.
I'm reading the synopsis of it. It says the story is hardly simple. The more you play, the more you discover. Okay, whoever's writing these synopses suck ass. That's the whole point of a fucking story game. Is the more you play, the more the story evolves, and the more you learn.
Well, you would think, but
Almost every spirit you encounter is someone else who thought they were going to make it through the game. Only every time you find a newspaper clipping or something that tells you of their death. Each story certainly makes it feel less and less likely that you are the main character and that your character is any different than those you played before. Okay. So very much like Until Dawn, which oh, speaking of which, because they say it's you're playing a character inside of a video game. I'm gonna piggyback off the last episode because I can't believe I totally forgot about it. Do you remember the movie Game Over? It had Frankie Muniz in it, and it was they all go inside of a game or inside of a house. And they're trying to survive, and it's all based upon a video game that they played, and it became basically real life. I think it's called.
The movie's called Game Over?
I believe so.
No, I can't think of it. Because that's one that I've never.
Damn it! Of course.
We're making shit up again.
Oh. What is?
So he's got Preacher the Clean. I mean, I'm looking through his movies. He's in Sharknado.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
He has like a guest appearance or something. Stay Alive. That was not even fucking close. Game Over is a movie though, but it's not the movie.
Did I watch Stay Alive? I can't remember.
I had a bunch of
I think I did.
like you had Sophia Bush in it, Adam Goldberg, Jamie Simpson, Frankie Muniz, John Foster, Samara Armstrong. Like you had a bunch of decent names back then, and now they're bigger names now. But that one was one that was really good, and it got shit upon. Still does. Still gets so much shit. It was supposed to have like a second one. Good movie.
Yes, I did. I did see the movie. I did. I'm watching kind of the trailer. Yeah, I did. I did watch it, and I did like it because they had because they went into the actual video game and they played. Yep, I do remember it now.
You die in the video game, you die in real life.
Yep.
That was a lot. But I remember watching that in theaters. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so after Until Dawn, Bloodborne, which I totally forgot about. Then Outlast. I go through these fairly quick. Oh, surprise! Outlast 2 follows Outlast. Manhunt. Okay, that's technically a horror. If Grand Theft Auto was thought to be a violent game, it's considered a walk in the park compared to the video game Manhunt. First line of the synopsis from Rockstar.
Which I can see that, but I mean, a lot of the games are easily comparable to Grand Theft Auto because of the way that the movement, the game style, and like that. But I don't know.
All right. Anyways, Condemned, Doom 3, the 2004 game. Soma?
Bin Laden?
No, no. Soma, Soma, Sama. It's like Black Mirror's Netflix show, except a video game. I never played it. Stories Untold. I've been told I need to play. Haven't. Evil Within, the original one. The Observer. Darkwood. Doki Doki Literature Club.
Okie dokie.
Go
Doki
Google
dokie what?
Literature Club.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's definitely an anime game, and that should say enough.
That no, I don't need to see that or play that. No, thank you. That'll fucking drive me nuts.
Here's the first line. So, you're browsing on Steam, looking for a visual novel with cute anime girls, boobs, and very short skirts. You suddenly stumble across Doki Doki Literature Club, and it looks decent enough. The usual one man, many women kind of fantasy. Seems like you could have fun and cute hours ahead of you. And it's considered a horror game.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Oh, because of the poetry.
Hard based on horror.
Oh, so, okay.
That looks.
By the time I get to the very last line of the synopsis, it says it is all about facades. One after the other, it is up to you to peel away the layers of these cute girls and discover who they truly are after finding out their horrible backstories. Okay.
Sounds like a horrible game.
We Happy Few. Underrated. Played it like once or twice, and that's about it. Land of Pain. Get Even. Some of these games are only like a few years old. I'm looking at the gameplay, I'm like, this is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like a couple years old. Like, Get Even is, I mean, it's 5 years old, but the graphics are just, they're so bad. So bad. Seventh Guest, which is apparently a PC, iOS, and Android game. It came out in 1993. The original one came out in 93.
93.
Half-Life, Left 4 Dead, the first one. Oh, there we go. Friday the 13th, the game. That's how far down it is on the list. Alone in the Dark, Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs.
Hold on. I need to see what it looks like. What?
All right, so while he looks at that, I will read this. Though a great deal of mystery is lost for this sequel, since the first one answers most of the questions, The Machine for Pigs still holds up as a good, scary game. The story continues with just as much interesting depth as you slowly realize the characters you are playing are less and less innocent than the might usually pursue. This unreliable narrator is uncovered with journal entries and an occasional speech from the antagonist determined to make you think you are even worse than he is. Your sanity meter removed and very few changes, but that does not make the environment any less frightening. Pig-headed monsters are still attracted by your light like a moth to the glowing flame.
It literally looks like a big ass zombified pig walking towards you. What the fuck?
But this time, the only things you sacrifice is your loss of sight, and is a loss of sight, and not knowing if the monsters saw you or not. That said, A Machine for Pigs lacks the interesting puzzles of its predecessors. They are boring, annoying, and do nothing to immerse you in the game of Amnesia. There is no decent descent into madness when you're replacing fuses and moving through boxes in a crawl space.
Well, all right.
Anyways, next up on the list, Among the Sleep. Oh, that's the last one. There we go. Oh, never mind.
Among the Sleep?
Among the Sleep came out in 2014. It's only a 3-hour game.
It's about a kid and his teddy bear.
Yep. It says this game might give parents a few heart tugs, like a 2-year-old climbing around the kitchen and opening everything with a door. Sorry, anything with a door. It only gets worse as there is so much more to the game than just a child running away from a scary monster that parents cannot see. It's a game that's about coping with childhood trauma and doing so through more abstract experiences like dreams that can help make sense of something a toddler might not fully understand.
Yeah, I don't need a game to teach me a life lesson or help me understand.
No, that's a hard
Thank you,
pass.
child. Yeah, no, I don't need that. Thank you.
Catherine, 2011. Deadly Premonition, 2010. Forbidden Siren. Alice, Madness Returns. The Alice games are amazing. I didn't even think they were considered horror games, but they are. I really forgot about Alice. That's just a good one. Because it's a psychological horror like twist on the Alice in Wonderland series.
So I mean yeah, that's you. Yeah, the screenshots are pretty
spot on.
intense.
Yeah.
So I can see why it gets horror.
Limbo. Then Inside. Little Nightmares. So far down the list.
Mm-hmm.
Hellblade. Bioshock. Wow. Bioshock 2. Those are so far down the list. The Last of Us. Rightfully where it deserves. Oh. Resident Evil 4. How dare you fuckers. That game deserves to be higher placed. Blot. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Resident Evil 7. Biohazard. Number 50. Yeah.
Which I mean,
I don't agree with some of these rankings, but
who made the list?
It's compiled based off of sales.
Oh, okay, so it's not like it wasn't IGN.
No, it's not IGN.
Shitbags.
That's shitbags.
So I mean, it's not a horrible list.
No, it's definitely games I
shift around.
Definitely
some I've never heard of.
Oh, but I mean, now that I know a few of those, I'm like, I'm gonna go see if they're on Steam. Like Machine for Ninja, Machine of Pigs or something.
Yeah, that one looked weird as shit.
Oh, now I'm on the weird part of the internet. Okay, I'll just get off the. Oh, yeah. All right, done with that section.
Buying baby fetal pigs off the internet.
That doesn't bother me.
I hope not, because that's what people did dissecting high school.
We did it. We
didn't. You never did?
No, we didn't even dissect frogs. Our teacher didn't like that.
We had that and worms.
I never understood the worms. No, I
didn't. We didn't either.
We didn't have to dissect anything living. The closest we got was like 6th or 7th grade. We were doing a science class about shit. That's been a long time. Anyways, it led us down to owls and how they don't digest everything. So like they pack up the owl pellets. I can't think of their proper names either. But you gotta like dissect that and see like the bones of rats.
Oh yeah,
mouse and everything. That's the closest we got to dissecting anything.
Yeah, those are
do anything like that.
We've done those before. There's a lot of shit that comes out of those.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys have haunted houses down where you're at?
In Kansas City, Topeka.
I know in Kansas City there are.
Junction City. Junction City has a really big one.
Because Kansas City is a shit ton of them.
I don't know about I don't think about Manhattan does.
Because we used to, growing up, we went to the ones in Kansas City a lot. And they were
Never been to one.
never have at all.
The closest I get was I'm trying to think about how old I was.
Driving by and looking out the window.
No.
That looks scary. You're not going.
That looks like it's haunted.
They just haven't cut their grass. It's okay.
I can go on a whole tangent about grass not being cut, but anyways, not going to. No, God, I had to have been in high school. I'm trying to think of when my brother graduated basic. Because he joined the military late. Maybe middle school, early high school. Anyways, we went down to San Antonio and we went to the Ripley Museum, where at the time you could do a tour of the Ripley house and they scared you. It wasn't like a haunted house, it was just people try to grab you and touch you and stuff. And I just remember that experience because I jumped quite a bit, but I remember the ladies in front of us, without going into too much detail, somebody grabbed her and she just full like reached around and hit, just smacked the shit out of the guy that was in the mask.
Sure, you weren't just downtown San Antonio on Halloween?
No, it was Ripley. We had to pay. That's just downtown San Antonio in general. It doesn't have to be Halloween. But no, I just remember that because I remember I think it was my dad, maybe my brother was with me, but basically all of us went in. So 4 of us went in, and then we got separated. Half of us were up front, the other half of us were in the far back of the group. I was in the far back. I just remember seeing this woman get grabbed and scared to shit, and she just reached around and just clocked the fucker so hard that he literally went, "Ow, bitch!" And she had to leave. She got escorted out.
I'm sure.
And of course, there was my ass like, "I want to go.
Take me with you."
No,
I hate him too.
We're almost done. I don't want to be here. This is stupid. I hate this. But like, that's the closest. Like, I don't have a fascination with haunted houses other than like, I want to go to one, but not like staged. I'm the stupid white guy that's like, there's an actual haunted house here in Kansas that's supposedly the portal to hell. I want to go stay at night in it.
There are some around.
There's one in is it not Lenexa? Outside Lawrence. There's a portal to hell that you're not allowed to live at anymore. It's truly been sanctioned off. It was like Ghost Adventures.
Oh gosh, those guys, yeah, because they're legit.
More legit than the seance people.
They're all fucking weird. I can't watch that shit. It drives me nuts.
That's my background stuff for most of the year when I'm just like, go, because it doesn't matter what happens. It's like it's not relevant.
I mean, guys will sit down there in a basement of a old hospital.
No,
can you hear me?
I won't look. Again, I'm not saying I believe in paranormal, but if I'm going to test this theory out, I'm not going to a fucking hospital. I'm not going anywhere a child has ever crossed the path of. Not going anywhere near Native American burial grounds, which is like all the fucking Midwest.
Yeah, good luck. Your backyard, pretty sure.
Probably. And I'm not going near any religious areas because all just fuck. Just fuck. But yeah, I was like, because I've talked to my wife about this several times throughout the past 10 years. And I'm just like, I want to go to a haunted house. She's like, why? You understand you were raised up Catholic where they believe in possessions. What the fuck makes you think that's a good idea? It's okay. They can't get me. I have a cross on my arm, both arms. That's fine. And then reading shit where it's like those who have crosses will sense a burning sensation if a haunting is happening or if they're being possessed or if an evil entity. And I'm like, that sounds terrible, but I can prove this now. There's science here to a degree. I want to go subject myself to this.
Yes, you do. So the Stoll Cemetery, which is some local folklore of Hell's Gate, which is supposed to be in Kansas,
Yeah.
a 19th century resting ground known as Stoll Cemetery, might just be one of the world's portals to hell.
Uh-huh.
It's unclear why Satan would claim a small, extremely small, really, really small, sleepy rural town about 15 miles
He added
from
so many
Lawrence.
words.
No, it was just small, really small, extremely small.
I've read this story before. I did an episode on this on a different channel.
It does seem like one that's would be legit, but it's not one that I'm assuming you can't just go and like. I'm assuming you can walk through it.
Because it's a graveyard. From the little research I did, because I tried to do a story channel a while back, and this was one of the stories I covered. And the little bit of research I did was you're allowed to go visit graves. It's just you're not allowed to be there for extended periods. So
Yeah.
you basically were granted basically an hour to 2 hours, depending upon the day. But come October, they basically said, nope. If you're going to visit a grave, you need to prove it or be watched type thing.
Yeah.
But no. I speaking of graves though, in my town where the high school's at, right behind the high school, I do mean like a stone's throw away, right behind the high school is a big graveyard. And it's not like this is an old high school that was built at the same time that the graveyard would. No. Graveyard high school is built within the last maybe 20 years. Well established dead area high school.
Well established dead area.
So
Which, that's why not? I'm sure the lot was cheap. People were dying to get into it, so it's what they wanted to do.
that's such a terrible dad joke. I won't
Bad
lie.
joke.
I will say, because we're kind of basically near the end of this. I will say this: we are going to do an episode of covering some of these spooky places, haunted places, whatever. We need to do one of those, whether it's a exclusive or an actual podcast. Do one. I got tons.
Oh yeah, we can.
But as far as like video games go, I mean, like, we really just this is a tangent episode. That's how video games fucking always work for us. You realize that we talk about video games, and we're just like fucking off.
Yep.
I will be uploading, if not streaming, Phasmophobia for sure, and probably a few of these other ones. Mist of Aiden, maybe, because I'm looking at the updates for it, so it looks like they literally updated it back in July, and that's the only update they've had since last October. So they don't update the game to. That's another one. Like,
I'll get Dead by Daylight also.
oh yeah, get that. You gotta play that. I don't like playing the killer though. I find it more interesting to try to evade.
If you're playing with people though, like people you
yeah.
know, doing that way, then it's way different.
If I play with people I actually know, I love being the killer because I'm like, I fucking hate you all.
You're all gonna die.
I'm gonna hold this against you. But that's one of those games that's definitely fun with others. It's decent with randoms. But then you have like Phasmophobia. Again, literally last year if you wanted to play solo, so singular, you had to just kind of like start a match and make your lobby private. And now they've actually included a solo option. That's always fun. You want to see me jump scare? Watch those because they are something. Let me see if I can actually pull this up really quick. I think I have them saved. Give a second. This. I have a lot of
While Sid looks it up though,
Yeah.
in future episodes, we do have some guests lined up. Hopefully, if it works out, we have some big guests lined up. Looking for a November timeframe. If we can get them sooner, we will. But we do have some guests lined up that should be pretty big. That's all we can really say because I don't want to say it and not happen. But
Yeah, that's
some big guests lined up, and some throwbacks to some of the other people that have been on before. I think we've talked about because we've already confirmed one for sure. You know who you are.
you fucking listening to this.
You
Comment
know who
wait.
you are.
I mean,
Spoiler.
spoiler alert. I can't find this. God damn it. Oh well. I was gonna find the uh, clips of this because there's literally. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I want to show these to you. And again, if you want to be a part of this podcast, like fucking random episode or scheduled, let us know. Seriously, we have no problem.
Yeah.
Love having people on.
Oh yeah, you can be part of the madness of trying to keep us on track.
Right.
Yeah,
Even try to keep Roggle on track. There is no keeping me on track. I do what I want.
yeah
I
obviously
sent you that clip.
because you brought up fucking ham sandwiches or ham.
So this clip that I'm showing you, it's like one of the first few times I was playing it, and I was playing with a couple buddies. This is the shorts edition because I don't have the video anymore.
That's an extreme close up. I feel like you have makeup on. Extremely rosy cheeks.
We were drinking pretty heavy that night.
It's the oh shit.
Oh my god.
Yes, no. Okay, so we need to play. Yes, we need something. It might be Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Something soon. Because, yeah, if you're that bad at jump scare,
Oh, here we go.
and that didn't even seem that bad.
No, but that's the thing. Like, I can't show you. I have to find the full video because that's literally just the. And if you want to see these clips, you have to kind of watch the video edition Wednesday. I'll upload these here. But this is like a whole 2-minute clip right here. This is all shorts edition, which is the portrait style, so you don't get to see what I'm seeing. But literally, just something moved on the screen. It's just scared the shit out of me. There's so many of these I have where I was just busting up laughing because I was playing with Jay and his wife or his girlfriend, and it's so. There's really nothing else I can say than funny looking back at it, but these legitimately had me so scared in just a brief moment. I'm so easy.
No, I think it's some of those games that you can find the right ones. And if you play with the right people, it becomes even more fun having the right people to hang out with and play.
Oh yeah.
And do that shit. It becomes even more. So I think we can find the right games to do it. It'd be fun.
Like you see, it's the one where I don't know. This was a group of guys I literally ran into from streaming. So these are friends I made from streaming during streaming, and then I'm still good friends with Jay and his girlfriend / wife. But if you're watching these, you see me finicking around, messing with my headset and everything because I don't like the sounds. It's very audio heavy. But I am so quick to like jump scare, and then I'll be the first one to shit on myself or like, yeah, that's fine. Whatever, fuck you type thing.
Yeah, this game's so much fun. Please,
but, like somebody
fuck
died.
off.
Like I don't know if you saw it, but somebody died, and all you saw him do was just like kind of wiggle around. But what he saw was his face get just pulled apart by someone, and it's so much fun. And I will upload this on the Wednesday edition so where you can see it because there we go. Minute 50 in is the shorts I sent you.
Yeah.
But, and this doesn't help that this was also a time where I was over on Twitch and we had sound effects going very heavy.
Oh yeah.
I don't think any of these clips have, but I was definitely being fucked with. so hard. It pissed me off. I'm easy. I'm a whore. But just
No, I think we need to
so much
we'll
fun.
find something. We'll play.
so much fun.
We'll get something.
But really all I got though. I wanted.
Yeah.
I was looking. I've been looking for those, so I was like, I'll find it before we get over because I won't remember. Oh, such good. Yeah. If you want to see the videos we're talking about, tune in Wednesday, YouTube. Two Guys One Gamepad, and you can see all these videos that I'm talking about. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hey, hit the subscribe button. Winky wink.
Tinky Winky.
La la. Oh.
No shit.
Oh my god.
All right, let's wrap this one up. Get the fuck out of here.
We're not done.
Yeah, we are.
No, we have exclusive he doesn't know about yet. Anyways, I'm gonna let Rago do a sign off. It's his turn.
Hey, make sure you check us out on YouTube, Podbean, Spotify, Amazon, Gurgle, anything else you can find. You know what Gurgle is. It's Google, but with a little more extremeness. Be sure to check us out wherever you can find podcasts. Again, check out the YouTube specials, exclusives, all the After Dark stuff.
Whatever we're calling it.
Yeah. And it comes out on Wednesdays, correct?
Wednesdays, yes. After each episode.
And then it should be about 10 o'clock Eastern, Central time. We're Central. Yeah.
10 to 11, yeah, depending upon how long the episodes are.
Yeah. So yeah, check it out. Let us know, rate, review. And again, if you want to be on the podcast, let us know.
Follow us on social media. Two Guys One Gamepad.
Any asshole could be on here.
Yeah, we did have Wick on here.
Yeah.
And if you're listening, it's true.
He knows it is.
Yeah, I think that's really all we got. Because I'm getting on tangents like crazy with these horror video games, and without showing visuals, it's really hard to like explain a lot of this without just being like, look at this gameplay. Because it's very psychological. This was my episode. I got to talk a lot. Next week.
Wait till next one.
Much.
We have trivia coming next week. It's not janitor based or who fucking invented Nintendo and their
I'm gonna find some
horror games.
I'm gonna find some horror trivia facts about Nintendo. You just wait.
Yep. Starts with which janitor invented Tetris.
I think that started on Nintendo, but okay.
All right, thanks for checking in.
Have a good one, everyone. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye, bitch.